I am very pleased and honored to have nominated my father, Glen Magneson, for the ASAA Hall of Fame for the Athletic Administrator category. Glen was a teacher, coach, athletic director, and so much more at the Foremost School for over 30 years. The success of Foremost School speaks for itself, but that is not the only reason I nominated Glen for this prestigious award. During his time, the program won over 70 zone titles in a very competitive South Zone and went on to win 29 team provincial championships and an additional 2 championships directly after his retirement, along with many sportsmanship banners. There were also many other provincial teams and individuals that medaled at the provincial level. I'm not too sure about the total, but to put it into perspective, in my 3 years competing for Foremost School, I was part of 8 provincial medaling teams. To say all of that, this was not the main reason for his nomination. The main reason I nominated my father, Glen, was because of his commitment to the school athletics and the way he held his students and himself to the highest standards. Glen spent countless hours organizing, coaching, and running many different programs, teams, and opportunities for students in his building and around the province. Glen coached senior girls basketball for 33 years, junior boys volleyball for 30 years, and also coached many other teams along the way. It would not be uncommon for him to be coaching multiple teams during a single season. He also ran and kept the books for the concession and the Foremost School Athletic Club. This club allowed every athlete to play without paying any fees. Glen was on the provincial ranking committee since its inaugural year to when he retired, and served at the zone level as a basketball commissioner for several years. Saying all of that, the way Glen conducted himself on and off the court was his most admirable accomplishment. He was a positive role model for his students, which many of them became very respected coaches, teachers, and athletic directors around the province. He was a mentor for many young coaches and a friend to everyone who crossed paths with him in athletics. Watching my father's success, passion, positive impact he had on students and peers was the main reason I chose to try and follow in his footsteps. He has set a high standard to what I try to hold myself to and my program to. To say I'm lucky to have him as a father and a mentor would be a huge understatement.
I would like to thank the ASAA for this award and the work they do for high school athletics. I would also like to thank my son Cody for nominating me, as well as Sheila Garber and Bill Ressler for letters of support. I would like to thank also school administration, coaches, junior and senior, parents, and of course student athletes for buying into our program. I could not have done any of this without the support of my wife Jeanette and sons Brent and Cody, whose patience and understanding have allowed me the time to follow my dream to administer the Foremost School Athletic Program. As a young teacher, I became a coach and administrator as an extension of the PE program. When funding became a problem and the threat of becoming a one-sport school, I decided to start an athletic club to raise funds for senior athletics. We took over the school concession. Athletes learned responsibility by equally working the concession, gate, refereeing junior games, and jobs of minor officials, etc. The athletic club paid for transportation, referees, entry fees, and other expenses. The athletes receive gym bags and later a 50% rebate on summer camps and other perks with no user fees. So I became a sports administrator to provide a barrier-free quality program to formal school student athletes. Be passionate and involved, as your role may include some sacrifice and time. Fill your program with excellent junior and senior coaches and make sure that they know what your expectations are. Remember, success is measured by the effect you have on student athletes, not wins and losses. Fairness, honesty, and consistency are important. And do not make decisions for short-term gains, but long-term for the total program. And then you may be as fortunate as I was to be at the same school for 33 years as a sports administrator.